I'm going to call it here. That's it. I'm done with the DMX. I don't want to say bye. Like, I feel weird. Like, it's been 80 days. That's crazy. That's like almost 4 months with this device as my daily driver. And I love it. It's been a really fun time. It's been a blast. There we go. Saying goodbye. Goodbye, Digimon. We will see each other in the next life. And there we go. Nice and securely tabbed. And it will now be put in the background with all the other boys. But, that's it.
Wait till you see the... No, 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 no.
Bandai has a bug in here, I swear to God. So, this is just a quick video. I'm just going to talk about this because if I don't, I'm pretty sure people are going to be asking what I think about it and whatnot. People were already super excited and adding me and like blowing my phone up when the news came out. And that news is, of course, Digimon X2. So it is not a Wave 2 device, it is a version 2. And I know what you're thinking, what in God's name is even the difference? Now, we're kind of splitting hairs here, but the idea is that a Wave 2 would be like these two. This is the Wave 1. It has version 1 through 5. It's got a special egg in here, and that special egg is Anime Agumon. Then we have Wave 2. Wave 2 has the same 5 eggs, but a different special egg. And that special egg is Mekumon. And when you connect these two together, you unlock a special egg on both devices, that being the Alphamon egg. So, this device, the Digimon X, is getting a Wave 2, meaning that it has a different egg, different Digimon in it, most likely a different special Digimon in there too. I hope that connecting the two will unlock a special egg, but I doubt. I think the idea with the Digimon X2 is it's going to have, both versions are essentially going to be their own versions in and of itself. The difference between this and the blue are pretty stark. They only shared about a few Digimon between the two. Most, if not all, the Digimon were exclusive to each device. So, the X2 is going to be like a Wave 2 in a way. Well, not a Wave 2, more like a version 2, because it's going to have a new egg, new Digimon, a new exclusive. Hopefully there'll be some kind of exclusive when you connect the two together. I don't think so, it'll unlock anything on this, though, because they pretty much, like, picked at this thing as much as they could, and they found no data suggesting that we would get a Wave 2, or suggesting that there's another unlock that we haven't met. So, I think that the Digimon X2 maybe will have, like, 2 exclusive Digimon, like 1 if you connect it to the other version, and then 1 if you connect it to the Wave 1. But, pretty exciting news. So, when they were posting about the Demon Lords and how they wanted the X antibody and what they would do with the X antibody, I had a feeling that it might have been gearing towards a new V-Pad. I believe I even mentioned the possibility of that happening. I wasn't expecting a Digimon X2, I was expecting just a new device in general. But still, that's what we ended up getting. Once they finally showed all 7 Demon Lords and why they wanted the X antibody and whatnot, we got an update to Digimon Chronicle. Rest in peace, Examon. It seems like he may or may not be dead. We'll see, though. Hopefully not. It'd be cool if we got an Examon X, but we'll see. But for the meantime, what we got was, 1, the picture of the X2s, and I'm probably gonna show them. I'll show them now. I'll remind myself while I'm editing. But if I haven't shown them already, here they are. They look very nice. The purple one, for sure, extra, extra clean. So a couple things about them that I like. 1, clear, translucent cases. We have been begging for those for a very long time, since the Digimon 20th came out. We've been begging for clear cases, and they finally answered. They gave us clear cases with this run. I'm really happy with that. 2, the purple and the white look very nice. The red one could have looked better, I think, if it was a gold border and gold buttons, I think it would have looked a lot better. Instead, it's a black border and then like black buttons, I think, or something like that. It could look better. It could have looked better. But regardless, definitely going for purple. Seems like purple's gonna be the one with Lilithmon X. And if you've been watching the show, I love Lilithmon, and I've been dying to raise her in one of these devices, and finally she's being released. It's not Lilithmon, it's Lilithmon X, but I don't mind that. I'm happy. Speaking of X, every single Demon Lord has an X Antibody form now. Beelzebumon already had one, but now everyone else does. Really like their designs. They look really cool. We've got a picture from a leaked Famitsu. I believe it's Famitsu. And you can't really see it. It's very blurry. We'll get a better scan probably within the next month. But it does look really nice. Leviamon gets giant horns and wings. Loosemon looks like Ascended Dio, which is kind of hilarious. Someone mentioned that. I think it was Sneaks mentioned that in the DDC, and I can't unsee it. It literally like looks just like Ascended Dio. Lilithmon X looks great. They all incorporate their symbol in their design in some way. I think that's a really cool idea. Beelzebumon X, they haven't updated his design, but his attack always had a symbol in it anyway, so I think that's just what they took it from, that idea. I believe, what is it? Lord Nightmon X, is that his name from Cross Wars? He also has an X Antibody now. They introduced him. I guess he's going to be in one of the devices, red or purple. Not too sure which one yet. They haven't announced if there's going to be any changes yet. We still don't know a lot. All we know is that they're coming out. The pre-order date is the same as the pre-order date for these, which means that the wait might be just as long, which is a little grueling. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. I was hoping they were going to go for like a December release, but apparently the pre-order dates line up with the pre-order dates for the X's. That's going to be a really long wait if that's the case. But we know that. We know the colors. We know some of the Digimon that are going to be on it, but like we don't know how they're going to split it. I'm pretty sure what they're going to do is split the 7 Demon Lords between the two devices, which is something that I wish they wouldn't do, but I know they're going to do. I just know that Bandai does that by this point. It's only a matter of time until we find out if that's the truth or not, and it's only a matter of time until we see, if that's the case. And it lines up with what they've been doing, especially with what they did with the Pendulum 20th. I think they realized that that's the best way to maximize profits, is to split Digimon between two devices. You guarantee people buying another device. So they're going to keep doing it. Yeah, so, I mean, what else can I even talk about? There's just so much. Like, it's just like so much information. Like, I'm trying to take a break and gear up for the next series, and boom, brand new Digimon V-Pet showing up the literal hours after I upload a video saying goodbye to this device. It's still tabbed. I'm still like, I'm taking a break from it. And Bandai just knew that. They're like, he can't stop. We refuse. We gotta bring him back in. How do we bring him back in? For those wondering, I do plan on getting both. I'm getting the purple one first, for sure. At the moment, I want the purple one based on looks, and my hunch is saying that it's gonna have Lilithmon on it, so that's definitely getting pre-ordered first. But I do plan on getting both. I'm gonna try to allot some money so that I can pre-order both of them. But I should have enough time to pre-order both of them, because I feel really bad not pre-ordering the white one, because now they're both so expensive. It's just like I just can't justify spending that much money on these devices anymore. So maybe one day I'll have the white, but for now I'm just having the black. But I'm definitely getting both a Wave 2 because they're both going to have different Digimon. I'm going to want someone from the other device, guaranteed, because there's a lot of Digimon on the blue that I wish I could raise, but I cannot because I am running the red. Yes, you can go in there and hack it, but I'd rather not do that because these shells don't seem as sturdy as the older ones. It seems like when you screw them and unscrew them too much, they do start to break down, and I'm not a fan of that. I don't want to break any of these devices. They're too expensive to be breaking. And yeah, that's really, I think, it for right now. Get hype. Get your wallets ready, because you're gonna probably want to pre-order both for those that missed out on the Wave 1, or I keep saying the Wave 1, but those who missed out on the version 1, yes, pre-order the version 2. if it has Digimon in it that you like. Just keep in mind that these devices, while they are fun, they're not like the 20ths. They only have one egg. There's only a certain amount of Digimon, about 30 in each device. And that's 30 Digimon total. Not 30 Megas, not 30 Rookies, 30 Digimon like in total that you can raise. So it's not as extensive as the Digimon 20th, but it is fun in its own way. Feel free to go back and watch the playlist of me running this device to get a taste of how the Wave 2 will be. I don't know if they're going to change anything like the quest mode or items that you can get, or even the way training works, because if we're thinking about it like, you know, the older Digital Monster versions, each version had its own training, which I don't think they're going to bring that back for the X's, but who knows. I do hope they add more items. I think that'd be cool to differentiate the two. Considering the fact that it is not using the same board, because we know that for sure, because when we hack this board is shared between the white and the black, and that's it. There's no, like, hidden switch to toggle on here that'll make it a version 2. It's going to be pretty much a brand new board, so I hope they're going to bring more than just different Digimon. I hope we see something else that's different. One last thing I want to go into is the lore of this device, because Digimon, what they've been doing recently with the re-releases, and it's something that I think is really cool, is they've been actually adding a lot of lore to each device. So here we have the original Digital Monsters 1994, I think this came out. No, 97. The original 97 VPET. So this was on File Island, as we all should know by now. If you don't, this is File Island. And then the Pendulums came out a little bit later. Pendulums took place in... This is the old one. The Pendulums took place on File Continent. Now, these both are the original Digital World. If you're not in the know, what happened around 2005 when the Pendulum X's came out, the Digital World was destroyed. They made a new one. Well, not destroyed, but it was ravaged. The X virus killed most Digimon, and the ones that didn't die, the Royal Knights came over and pretty much killed as many as they could due to Yggdrasil's orders. If you've ever seen the Digimon X movie, it pretty much tells you the story of the VPETs. So what they ended up doing when the 20ths came out, now this is the Digimon 20th, this is actually not File Island. It's not the original File Island. This is the File Island from the new Digital World. So this is not like a retread. This is that's how they explain how there's new Digimon on this device, is the fact that this is actually the new Digital World. And then with the Pendulum 20ths, they confirmed around this time that it was actually the new Digital World. We didn't know that before. People were asking Bandai, like, why are we seeing new Digimon in these devices? And that's how they explained it. They said, well, this is the new Digital World. So with that idea, they kind of ran with it, and with that, we have the Digimon X. Now, if you see the background, it's very messed up. It's actually based, both backgrounds are based off Pendulum backgrounds, but instead of being lively, they're torn down, they're broken up. These trees are, you probably can't see it as well, but these trees are dead. It's like a desolate wasteland instead of a beautiful green. The beautiful green kind of scenery, and that is because the Digimon X takes place in the old Digital World, the one that was left behind by Yggdrasil. So Yggdrasil decides to tell, I believe it was Craniumon and Slightmon, to go to the old Digital World and try to restore order, because since it's been left alone for so long, there are two factions of extremely strong X-antibody powered Digimon fighting for supremacy, and we don't know exactly who they are. We know at this point the bad ones are the 7 Great Demon Lords. We don't know who the good ones are. I'm going to assume anyone who's not a Demon Lord. But the two are fighting for supremacy, whoever, and that's why there's a tournament mode in this, and that's the idea, is like when you go through there, you're fighting everyone so that you can become the champion, and then you rule the Digital World. Which is kind of funny, because the first person I ruled the Digital World with was Malomyotismon, and again, that's the idea, is that whoever wins this tournament will become the new ruler of the old Digital World. Now, I'm not too sure if Kentaurismon or Slightmon and Craniumon were able to restore order. I know they were given X-antibody power-ups along with Jessamon and a couple other Royal Knights to try to combat this problem, but it seems like it's coming to a head for sure, because now the location of the version 2, they're both the same background, and it is essentially Hell. It's like the digital version of Hell. The old Digimon, the old digital world's version of Hell. And everything's coming to a head down there. The Demon Lords now have X-Antibody upgrades. It seems like Lilithmon seems like she killed Examon, who did not have an X-Antibody upgrade. I guess he just came over to try to help them out. I'm not 100% sure the whereabouts of the other Royal Knights. I'm going to assume they are also fighting to try to keep the order. But that is the idea lore-wise with the Digimon X version 2, and it's the continuation from this story, which essentially seems like the bad guys have the upper hand. They're fighting right now for supremacy in Hell, and if they win, then they get to take over the digital world with their brand new shiny X-Antibody forms. Pretty interesting stuff. I hope they continue the lore as the VPETs go on. That's something that Bandai has been doing, though, since, back in the day. So I would love to see more. I'm very happy they're doing that. It adds another layer to these devices. It's very fun to kind of piece together the lore and figure out how it's going as it goes. And yeah, one last little Easter egg. The funniest thing, I think the first Demon Lord they showed up was Daemon, and they talked about how he wanted to become the Super Ultimate Digimon, and they pretty much confirmed the fact that becoming an X-Antibody form is almost the same, if not the same, as going Super Ultimate. And I mentioned that it was funny because I had just finished V-Tamer, and that was Daemon's goal in V-Tamer. I mentioned that it was interesting that they decided to do that. And they actually have a V-Tamer Easter egg in Daemon X's design. One being the fact that he looks like Super Ultimate Daemon, and two, he actually has the Digimental on his belt, like in his his belt region. He has like this buckle, and the buckle looks just like the Digimental from V-Tamer 01. I saw that on Twitter. I'll try to link to the tweet. But it was really cool. Like, it's a really cool little Easter egg that they added. But that's it. I'm done ranting. Bandai, you done it again. I'm so happy. I was worried that Digimon was going to adorm it again. It was a really kind of a scary time. But this is good. So things we got to look forward to are the Digimon movie, the 20th anniversary movie. We have Digimon Re-Arise coming to America, finally. And then we also, of course, have Digimon Survive, which is coming soon. It's still slated to release in 2019. I have a very strange feeling it's going to be pushed back. I don't think it's going to come out this year, but if it does, I'd be very happy. I'm waiting for Gamescom and Jump Fiesta. If we don't get any news at either of those, I'm going to assume it's going to be pushed back until probably March of next year. And then, of course, we have the Digimon X2s. Get hyped, folks, and I will be back with a different show. Hopefully a slightly different format. I'm trying to iron it out now. But, I'll be back soon. But I did want to post this because I'd be remiss if I wasn't talking about this, because I'm pretty sure everyone is crazy hype about this. And I just wanted to let you guys know all these little things I found out about the Digimon X2s, my opinion on it, the lore, little Easter eggs, and whatnot. I'm pretty sure I missed something. If I did miss something, please mention it in the comments down below. Which device are you thinking of getting right now based on what we know? And did you order the Digimon X's, or did you skip out and you're happy that they're making a version 2? I'd love to hear your comments and your thoughts. If you want to follow me on Instagram and all that other stuff, link in the description down below. If you want to follow me on the Discord, you can't, but you can, however, come into the Discord and we can talk. And I also have the Patreon, and link in the description down below if you want to help out the channel. These things aren't cheap. I'm super broke. It would really help me. But I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is a long episode, but I'm pretty sure you guys want to see this because you want to hear about this new news. Bye. You.